Hey y'all, good morning. So I decided to make you guys a part of my routine over the next, I don't know, we'll see how it works. Yesterday, I was a little disappointed because my video didn't meet my expectations, but that's okay. Um, if you are new, girl, welcome. If you are not new, hey girl, welcome back. So what we're doing is I'm starting my routine and I wanted you guys to be a part of it. So I'm gonna probably do my skincare because I'm about to get some makeup on so I can film. But I wanna go ahead and do my skincare and take my vitamins. So I'm probably not gonna take that yet. I don't know why I'm trying to open it. I need to take my um y'all see my business. Taking my sucralfate because my stomach, I don't eat often, like as often as I should. My doctor says I don't eat as often as I should. I go long periods of time without eating, and I'm letting all this acid build up in my stomach, and that's not good. And then I eat bad. Don't eat often and then eat bad. It's not good. Y'all, I'm not a good pill taker. Are y'all a good pill taker? Put it down below. I'm not a good pill taker. Now listen, y'all, these videos, I'm telling you now, so don't complain. They're not going to be edited. These are going to be unedited, unfiltered, unadulterated, you know, just me videos. So, um, I just airdropped this, um, hold on, girl. I airdropped a message because I think I screenshotted it and I need to look and see. See how disheveled and unorganized? Girl, somebody put down in the comments that their ADHD was waiting on a meme. I hollered. I laughed so hard. Thank you for that laugh, girl. I was like, see, these are my people. Okay, let's do some homework real quick. Um, okay, I'm gonna read this to y'all. And then we're gonna start doing my skincare. Okay, this is from It's Just Chantel. Hey Chantel, girl. Y'all say hey Chantel. Okay. First of all, absolutely yes for the hair. Thank you. Y'all, I love big hair so much. Like, it's so ridiculous, but I love big, humongous hair. Like, long, curly, huge hair. I don't know why, but I love it so much. Okay, anyway. Secondly, hey Joy, it's been a minute since I've commented because honey, life just be lifing for reasons that leave no room to speak at times. But hey, thirdly, you're absolutely right about people being attached to you for all the wrong reasons. You start to consume everything about them and their life. I've always told people the enemy that you worried about, you keep lying next to them, telling them that you love them. Get the up. Soul ties are real. Whether good or bad, soul ties, they are real. I've experienced it and it's a heck of a hold a draining soul can have on you, especially if you don't realize what's going on. It can happen to the best of us. Tell them again, Joy. Blaming yourself does nothing for you. You have to. Wait, blaming yourself does nothing for you. You have to give yourself grace. Acknowledge what and why you ended up in a certain space within yourself. Own it, learn from it, and keep it. Wait. You have to give yourself grace. Acknowledge what and why you ended up in a certain space within yourself. Own it, learn from it, and just keep it pushing with your head held high. Okay, so it's so crazy that Chantel, first of all, hey Chantel, y'all, Chantel been bumping with me for a while. So I want everybody to get down in the comments and say, hey Chantel girl, we love Chantel, okay? And Chantel has really been bumping with me for a while. Like, and she's one of those people that supports me everywhere, and I love that. Out of We are almost at a 500,000 followers across several platforms, girl. Just imagine that. We have a 500,000 followers. We have 250,000 followers just between TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. We have 250,000. With all of our followers, we are at 500,000 followers. That is crazy. I don't like to call y'all followers. I like to call y'all supporters. So I just want to say shout out to all of you guys. I really appreciate you. You guys remind me. Let me just say this. I want to say this. I love you guys so much. Like, some of you have been such intricate parts of my life. I adore you and I love you so much. Thank you for who you are in my life. Thank you for being a piece of what the community that we're building here. It's really important, and I wouldn't be me if I didn't have you guys. So thank you for that. Now, I really love it when I see you guys. You would think with 250,000 of us, even if we're not at 500,000, just think 250,000 of us. I still can look and I know you guys' usernames. Some of y'all, I know y'all's pictures. I know the way you guys message me, the way you talk. I love you guys. Some of you guys send me encouraging messages for no reason. You just be messaging me and I don't get to message you guys back because there's so many of you. But you guys just send me messages and you guys love on me, and I don't think you guys know. I don't know if I've ever taken the time to really let you know how much I appreciate you, but I really appreciate you and I love you. Um, Thank you for who you are in my life. I'm grateful. So y'all, Publius is here. We got to go to the door in a minute. But Chantel is one of those people that every time I see her message, no matter what she's going through, no matter what she deal with, she always giving me an uplifting word, and I'm really grateful for her. Thank you, Chantel, for being with me and for riding till the wheels fall off. Cause girl, sometimes I'm here, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I look good, sometimes I look okay. This is what you getting. You all getting a clean ass. That's it. And I don't know why I have to take a shower before I get on here and do this, because I feel like y'all wouldn't know one way or the other. But I'll be like, let me take a shower, because I just feel like that's rude. It's like I'm inviting y'all to my house, and I may not put no drawers on, but I'm definitely gonna take a shower. Okay, anyway, it's crazy that Chantel said that because right after that, we have La La Ray Ray 777. Hey girl, I'm engaged. Okay, this is what she said. Look, for those of you who are nosy like me, pause it so you can read it. Cause I'll be like, girl, you reading too slow. I need to know what the tea is. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. I'm engaged. We've been together for 3 years, but I don't know if I really want to be with him. He isn't actually getting anything done. As in around the house. I needed a garden bed dug 2 years now. Nothing. We need the car fixed. He just won't take the time. Not even to cut the grass. He's lazy. He says he's tired and needs to relax. I don't know what to do. He's not depressed. We both work outside 6 days a week. So it's not like I have any more time than he does. But he won't do these little things and it's adding up. Okay, so let me just say this. I was I was in a relationship with somebody for, well, I've been I've been in a relationship where I don't know what it is about me, but I have this thing that God has blessed me where I can see the good in people. God blesses me to see to really be able to see the good in people. And I love that about me. I love that. I think that that is a really good trait. But oftentimes, my ability to see the positive and the good in people sometimes is so big that it minimizes the negative in them. And sometimes the negative in people is weighs more than the positive. Let me know if y'all know what I mean when I say that. With that being said, okay, y'all, let's do. We ain't gonna never do no skincare. We supposed to be doing skincare, so let's start with. I already washed my face, but I like to, when I'm done washing my face, I typically go in with some rubbing alcohol to like sanitize my face. Y'all, okay, so in a relationship that I've been in my past, I have really looked at the potential of the person. These are so cold. This is like rubbing ice. Let's see how dirty my face is. Mind you, I just washed my face. Um, Sometimes we can fall in love with the potential that we see in people. And this doesn't just have to be like a romantic relationship. This can also be friendships. We fall in love with the potential that we see in people. And when sometimes we have this thing where we want people to treat us how no, we want to treat people how we would have them treat us because we know that we have potential. We're not perfect, and we want people to love on us in a way that, that would be conducive to that. And sometimes that's great. Yes, love people how they love you, treat people how they love you, how treat people how they treat you. But sometimes you cannot love the hell out of people. Sometimes you unfortunately cannot love the hell out of people. Sometimes people are full of hell. And sometimes, especially in the beginning of a relationship, that is the best that that relationship is going to be. It will never be any better than that. I'm not saying that that's always true. Okay? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that that's always true. But sometimes that will be the best that the relationship will be in. And I think that we have to get to a place where we ask ourselves the right questions. Not overanalyze, not overthink, but we have to follow our intuition and we have to follow our heart. And we know whether someone is for us or they're not the right person for us. And just because a person is not the right person for you doesn't mean they're a bad person. You can be with somebody that's not a bad person. They're just not your person, or they're not the right person for you, or it's not the right situation for you. It's not what's best for you. So I'm not telling anybody to leave their relationship, stay with their relationship. I can't give you that kind of advice. You have to know what's best for you. But I would say that if you're engaged, you're not yet married, being married is not going to make it better. And you can love someone and someone can love you and they still not do what's best for you, unfortunately. And it's a very hurtful thing. I'm going to tell y'all. Y'all know I said I was going to stop telling y'all my business, but I'm going to tell y'all. So I was, girl, I was dating a guy. We gonna call him. Mm, we gonna call him Frank. I was dating a guy. Ooh, that's real close to his real name. Ugh. I was dating a guy. His name was Frank. Now, mind you, Frank was to me was very attractive. He was tall in both ends. You know, mind you, I'm abstinent. Girl, I'm abstinent. I'm abstinent. But he was long. He was long in both ends. Anywho, so I was dating this guy and very intelligent. He was going to law school. So y'all know that's right up my alley. very intelligent, very intellectual. I can have a good conversation with him. I am a sapiosexual, so I am attracted to people who have intellect. That's me. That's what gets me like, ooh, having a good conversation with a man that is smart and intelligent and articulate. And, I like a good beard too, because tickle my thigh. But anyway, girl, listen, y'all. For y'all who watch my channel, I love y'all, but this is not for kids. 21 and up over here. I don't want to have to say that again, because sometimes y'all be, but Joy, the kids. Put your headphones in, girl. Put your headphones in. Don't say I didn't tell you. So, um, y'all want to do one of these today? Let's do these today. So, I really liked him, y'all. And he would call me pet names. I love a good pet name. Ashawego. If you know, you know what that means. Ashawego. That's what it was. Ashawego. Da 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 da. Ashawego. You da da da. Okay. I'm like, okay. Anyway, I really liked him. I did. And I love the fact that we could have intellectual conversations. I love the fact that we could have intellectual conversations that didn't always lead to sexual conversations. Now, I'm a Sagittarius, so I mean, like I said, I am abstinent, but at the same time, just because I'm abstinent don't mean I don't fire and desire. That don't mean, that I don't think about it and I want it. That just means that I'm not acting upon the feelings that I have, right? So I felt like I could have good conversations with him that didn't always lead to sexual or intimate type conversations. And I really appreciated that, and that really meant a lot to me. Now, we met, we talked, we spent so much time together. And one thing that I really liked about him was that one thing I really liked about Frank is that he made space for me. So if I was feeling a certain type of way, because I grew up in a situation to where I didn't always feel like there was a space for me to have my own opinion. I didn't always feel like that there was someone that would actually listen to me if I was sad or, my mom worked a lot. I spent majority of my time being raised by my brother. My dad was not active in my life. He was there financially, but he was not there emotionally, and there just wasn't enough time and or space for me and my feelings and my emotions. It was really, Joy, go sit down somewhere. Get out the way type situation with me. I very much felt like I was in the way. I very much felt like I needed to go sit down somewhere type situation, right? So I am a sucker for a man who listens to me and make me feel heard. So that was something I really liked about Frank. Frank listened to me and he made me feel like for example, like I would go to him and we'll be talking and I would feel like I couldn't get my words out because y'all know I'm more of a written, believe it or not, this is something y'all don't know about me, but I am more of a written person. I do really well with written word, better than I do with verbal words. With verbal words, I end up getting frustrated and yelling and screaming because I don't have enough time to think and process my feelings and talk in the way that I want to talk. So sometimes I get mad and I'm just like, "Arr!" And that's because I am a better written, uh, you know, annotating things. I'm better at written word than I am talking it sometimes, believe it or not, when it comes to communication. So anyway, we'll be in communication, we'll be talking about a subject, we'll be talking about something, and he would be the type of person, and like I would stop and I'd be like, never mind. And he'd be like, no, take your time. What you trying to tell me? Talk to me. And he would say, Joy, talk to me. Like what's on your mind? Or if I would go and we was talking or we would get into it and I would be like, go to say something, he would just be like, what? Like, tell me, and he would listen. He wouldn't just say talk to me, but he would listen. So in my opinion, I felt like, I said I was going to put on my faded, but in my opinion, it made me feel like I wasn't being ignored. I felt like he was making space for me and I wasn't being ignored. Now, mind you, technically, that was something that I really, really needed and that I really, really valued in a partner, just because that's something that I feel like I don't have. I don't have a lot of people in my life that make me feel heard, or understood, for that matter, or validated. So to me, he validated understanding me and making me feel like I was worth listening to. But here enters the problem. You're like, okay, that's good. What's the problem? Oh, it's coming. Here enters the problem. If I wasn't talking about, or if my conversation wasn't leading to he was right, it was going to be a problem. He was going to be yelling at me. He was going to be telling me, not necessarily yelling at me. Let me change that. He didn't yell at me. But he was definitely going to tell me how I was inferior because I was a woman. And I'm not going to say like the nationality, or I'm not going to talk about the specific personality trait, but very much so, sit down, be seen, but I'm going to listen to you, but I'm not going to say that your words are valid or what you're talking about has merit because you're a woman. And so that began over time to really bother me. It made it to where it kind of pushed me into a shell. It kind of pushed me into a shell and it kind of isolated me. But it technically was my first red flag that, you know what, even though this person is handsome, tall and long, we have a lot in common, we laugh together. Another thing that he did that I like, let me tell y'all, is he was very complimentary. Every day he would tell me how beautiful I was, how smart I was, how purpose driven I was, how he wanted to take care of me, and all of the things. So it definitely appealed to my sensibility as a woman and my femininity, because for those of you guys who know me know that being a fat person and being a dark skinned person, growing up the way that I grew up, I have a I don't know what the word to use is, but I have had trauma when it comes to feeling like a real woman. I call it Pinocchio syndrome. I don't know what you guys would call it, but I call it Pinocchio syndrome. And it's something that has really taken my confidence, is the lack of feeling validated as a woman, or like, so for example, being in situations where I can see that attractive women are being treated better. Their doors are being opened, chairs are being pulled out for them, people are saying good morning to them, and then I'm in the space and I'm being ignored, or I'm being treated in a masculine way. So over time, being treated that way, it requires healing to get away from that. And that all is intertwined and connected to a desire to feel feminine and to be, it's all connected. And that's why it's so important for us to do the necessary work to heal our trauma. Because if you don't heal your trauma will do the picking for you. So many times, my trauma has done the picking for me. So many areas of my life Y'all, I'm not gonna use my under eye patches. So many areas of my life are the way they are because I've allowed my trauma to do the picking for me. And it's affected my confidence in a way that I didn't have the confidence that I could have because I didn't properly address my trauma. Anyway, but those are some of the things that he did that I liked. But the first red flag was the inferiority. You know, like, oh, I'm superior to you. You're inferior to me. You know, I'm the man. I'm smarter than you. I know more than you. You're gonna bow down to me. And I started noticing that. Okay, boom. There was a series of things that really started to bother me and started to make me feel like, this is not the person for me, girl. But then there was also this internal voice that was saying, okay, Joy, this man is fine. Culturally, you are aligned. He's smart. He's an entrepreneur. He's attractive. He's intelligent. Who are you? This is my own internal voice, right? This is where the confidence comes in, or self-worth, or self-concept, self-esteem. My own internal voice is like, girl, you are 37. You're not married. You have no children. This man like you. Not only does he like you, he's crazy about you. He wants to take care of you. He want to be with you. He want to build a life with you. What's the problem? This is my own internal, and he's tapping me on the shoulder. Hey, what's wrong with you? The man, he like you. He's attractive. He tall. He long. He's intelligent. He loves God. Y'all, this man, after a very short period of time, took me home to meet his parents. Okay? To me, and his daddy was like, of course, his daddy made a comment about my weight, but it was more along the lines of, basically, he said it in their language, and basically it was like, you know, my son always liked to, oh, what is it? My son always wants to eat more eat more with his eyes than his stomach can handle. Basically, you sure you can deal with her big ass? Because she big. But it wasn't in a mean way. But I didn't like that. I was like, I don't like that. Let me tell y'all, if you're dating a person and they make comments about your weight or allow their family to make comments about your weight, remember that. Now, mind you, this is when they like you. They like you and they're allowing comments to be made about your weight and they like you. What's going to happen when they mad? So my internal trauma starts talking to me and is like, girl, Joy, you better shut up and sit your ass down somewhere and start complaining. This man like you, girl. You 37. Um, you 37. Well, 36 at the time. You 36. Um, I'm trying to find some rubbing alcohol, but I can't find none. Anyway, you 36, girl. What's the problem? And I'm telling myself, like, yeah, but So it started over time to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And it started to stress me out. And then he started to get mad at me because he was like, I'm telling you that I love you and you won't tell me that you love me. But I didn't feel like I didn't feel it yet. And anybody who knows me knows I'm really slow when it comes to love. Because I feel like with men, once you start saying I love you and once you start expressing yourself and once they feel like they got you, then they start changing. So I'm really slow to be like, oh, I love you, love you. Plus, I'm just not that type of girl. I've never been that. Oh my God, I love you so much. Oh my God, blah, 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 blah. I'm just not overly verbally expressive with love. I'm more of a acts of service type of person. I just feel like people say I love you all the time and they don't damn mean it. And they just be talking. Anyway, so that was a problem. And then he really started to push and started to like yell at me and hang up on me and be mean to me and be like, why are you not saying it? Like, I'm saying it. Why are you not saying it? And I asked him, I said, so do you love me because you want me to love you, or do you love me because that stands alone and you love me, you have feelings for me? He couldn't answer that question. There were so many things that it started to add up, and I said to myself, it was becoming overwhelming. Like, I found myself, what's the word? Not just withdrawing, but I found myself avoiding him, right? So finally, but in my mind, I'm telling myself, what is wrong with you? Like, you need to like this man. He likes you. Like, he's trying to plan dates. He's making plans for the future. He's going to school. He's a law student. He's trying to fall asleep with me. Like, just all kind of really, really, really romantic and kind and loving and sweet things was happening. Just, and I'm telling myself, Joy, you really need to rethink the place that you're coming from when it comes to your perspective and your opinions of this person, because once you walk away, that's it. Well, make a long story short, I finally said, I had a conversation with my friend, and she said, Joy, it don't seem like it's getting any better. It seems like you're getting worse and worse and worse. So finally, after she and I had that conversation, I went ahead and I called and I said, hey, can we talk? We talked. I said my piece. He said, well, what are you trying to say? Just spit it out. So finally, I spit it out. He said, okay, well, it sounds like you already have your mind made up. So, I was shocked because I thought for sure he would fight me. But he didn't fight. He was very respectful. He was mad. I mean, let's be honest. He was mad. He wasn't happy. But he very much was like, well, it sounds like you have your mind made up, so I'm not gonna fight you on it. I'm just gonna say, okay. And I understand. I get it. And I said, okay. And I was like, is there anything that you would like to say? He was like, no, I'm good. I don't have anything to say. Whatever, whatever. That was it. At the end of it, I cried. Y'all know I'm a thug, but I definitely cried. I'm gonna be honest. I cried like a 2-year-old. Not just regular cry, I ugly cried. And I called Miranda. She and I was talking, and I said, Miranda, I don't understand why I'm crying. Like, why am I crying like this? I don't know what she said. What did she say? She gave me the space to cry, because I really cried. I mean, like, ugly cried. And I think I cried about it for, I want to say 3 days. I cried about it. I prayed. I cried about it. He didn't message me. He didn't reach back out to me, which of course made it difficult for my ego, because it further y'all know I make up words. It further, not insinuated, but it further made me feel like what my trauma was talking to me. It made me feel like that was actually true. Like, see, he didn't even fight. See, cause he know you a dummy. You dumb. What? This is all the things that I'm telling myself. You're dumb. This man is fine. He's attractive. So many other girls wanted to talk to him. He chose you. He's younger. He was a few years younger, and you just walked away. Like, who do you think you are? How dare you walk away from someone that could have been your person? These are all things that I'm telling myself, and the fact that he didn't try to come back to me or reach back out to me further made me feel like those things were true. Fast forward, girl. I'm chilling with some friends and a close friend of mine, and these other girls come up, and I don't know these girls. And I was late to the conversation. They invited me, and I was late to the conversation. And, they was all chilling, talking, like in a group setting. And I come in, and they start talking about Frank. And they're like, Frank this and Frank that. And oh my God, Frank. Now, mind you, it's two girls. It's about maybe 10 people. And it's two girls that have dated Frank. And they're talking about him. Now, when I hear them saying the name, but it just didn't dawn on me. So they're like, Frank this, Frank that, Frank this, Frank that. And I'm just like, so I asked one of the girls, I said, you talking about Frank? Did I just start talking to Frank? They was like, yes, girl. So now I'm tuned in because I'm like, I just started talking to him. So the one girl, every single thing that I had complained about him, even some of the things that I had not told anybody, the two girls was talking about it. And even to them, they was like, and his skin, he got bad skin. He catfishing people with these photos. The way he looked online is not the way he looked in person. Now, I'll be honest. Now, to me, he was handsome. I still found him handsome. He did look different. I never said anything about that. Because I try not to talk about people's looks. Because I don't want ugly babies. So I don't talk about people's looks, right? I felt like he was tall. He was handsome. On his picture, he was very fair-skinned. But in person, he was darker. Which I don't have a problem with because I like darker skinned men. So that didn't bother me. But to me, it wasn't that he was darker. It was that he was using so many filters. I didn't tell y'all about that. Because I'm trying not to be too specific because I feel like if I'm super specific, y'all gonna figure out who I'm talking about because y'all so nosy. But he used a lot of filters, okay? But to me, he was still handsome because of the fact that the conversation was good. He was so smart. I love a smart man. Very smart, very intelligent, very entrepreneurial, very forward thinking, but misogynistic and using a whole lot of filters. So the girls was talking about, and I was like, they're talking about Frank. Everything that I had experienced with him, these two young ladies had experience with them, with this guy. And they was just talking about how some of the stuff I can't tell y'all because it's intimate in nature. But the man them say he don't eat the plate. The man don't eat the plate. if you know, if you know, you know. The men them say they don't eat the plate. Eh, you don't eat the plate, oh. The man say he don't eat the plate. So that was what. That was not one of my determining factors. But that's what they was talking about. So they was having a conversation about the man not eating the plate. I wasn't talking about that. Um, I know y'all like really help the girls down below in the comments that don't know what that means. Y'all listen. This is why I can't get married outside of my culture because I can't be explaining to people what it means to eat the plate. Okay. But anyway, So the girls was talking about how he was saying how he don't need to play, right? He was going on and on and on and on and on about it, which everything that I had experienced with him was true. And those young ladies that was talking about him were not as heavy set as me. One of them was chocolate. One of them was light skin. One of them was maybe 180 pounds. The other one, she was maybe 280. So I was the largest one, but they were gorgeous. Bad now. They was bad. But they were different sizes, different body shapes, and they had all dated someone that I had just broken up with. Now, mind you, this is maybe like a month after the fact. Okay, so it wasn't like they was overlapping or anything like that. And again, he wasn't a bad guy, but he was not the man for me. And I had instead of me following my intuition and following my desire against outside factors, I almost made a mistake because I almost allowed insecurities, bad self concept, my past and my trauma and having lower self-esteem in that moment, I almost made a mistake and stayed with a person that I would not have been happy with, because even though he was handsome and attractive and he liked me and wanted me and desired me, there was foundational characteristics that were true to him as a man that would have conflicted with me and my desires. And no matter how fat I am, how black I am, how shaped like a box cake I am, I have the right to have a desire of a partner that does not conflict in characteristics. I'm talking about who you are as a man. I don't want to be with a misogynistic man. I don't want to be with a man who looks at me and automatically, even though you see my value as a woman and you want me and desire me, you don't want me in the fullness that is me, because you don't want me in my intellect. You don't want me who I am as a woman. And some of the things that I was asking you to do, you weren't doing. You did them in the beginning, but then you stopped. And whenever I complained about it or I requested that you continue to do those things because that's how you attracted me, then it became a problem. And then you begin to demean me based on my sex as being a woman. And that's a problem. That's problematic. And no matter what, that's not going to be something that's ever going to be okay with me. I would not be able to sustain a long term relationship with you. Now, the eating of the plate, that's also a problem. Because I'm going to need you to put this fupa on your forehead, sir. Put this fupa on your forehead. That's always going to be the case with me. So that definitely subsequently would have been an issue. The core of the conversation, though, is listening to these ladies have the exact same consensus that I had. Even some of them had worse things to say that I was okay with. I made a hard decision. Even though it was difficult for me, I made that decision. If I never heard those young ladies talk about this man in this manner, I still needed to be okay with my choice because it was what was best for me. Yes, hearing them talk about him validated me, but it taught me something important, that when people, men specifically, it doesn't matter whether you're plus size or not, because one of the young ladies was not, listen, one of the young ladies was shaped up like NASCAR, curves everywhere. Girl was, listen, bad, tall, fine, big titties, small waist, big hips, big butt. Just, she was gorgeous, okay? Shaped up, traditionally, societally attractive, okay? Conventionally attractive, beautiful, and smart. She's a nurse. And that doesn't make her any better than me, that just makes her different, okay? But she has some problems with foundational problems, and she quickly assessed. She said 4 days. She said they only talked for 4 days. The other young lady said that they only talked maybe like a month. She said they talked for 4 days. And within those 4 days, she assessed that that man was not the right person for her. And she trusted herself enough to walk through what she felt, independent of what anybody else had to say. That taught me it doesn't matter how you look. If someone, whether it's a man, woman, child, dog, cat, whatever, doesn't show up for you consistently in a way that you need for your life and for what's best for you, you have to do what's best for you regardless of what is expected of you. That's the lesson that I'm learning. And that's where the confidence comes in. Because one of the biggest killers of confidence is self abandonment. When you abandon your desires, your wants, your needs, when you settle, when you know you shouldn't be settling, you know you're not going to be happy, you know it's not what you want, but you settle, that's a big sign of insecurities and abandoning yourself and not having a good self concept and not having a good self esteem. I'm just keeping it up. I'm keeping it up. I can't tell anybody to leave a relationship. I can't tell anyone to stay in a relationship. But the most important person in your life is you. And just because somebody loves you and just because you love someone doesn't mean that that's the best person for you, and that doesn't mean that that's the best relationship for you. And it's absolutely okay to not abandon yourself and put yourself first. That's just the word of the day is confidence. Having the confidence to know when something is okay and being able to go with what's best for you long term. I pray all the time, Lord, girl, I look like a chocolate donut. But I pray all the time, Spirit, Lord, don't let my trauma pick for me. Help me to manage it. Help me to heal my trauma so that I'm picking based on what's best for me, based on the qualities that I value, based on what I know is important. So I want you guys to get down below in the comments, and I want you guys to talk to our girl and let her know what you think. Tell me about a time where you made a decision that may have been difficult in the moment, but you were later very happy that you made that decision. Tell me of a time, girl, because we all need to hear it. We all need that validation because somebody is reading through the comments right now. They have a very difficult and hard conversation that they need to have. They have a very difficult and hard choice that they need to make, and they need a little bit of encouragement. So I want you guys to get down below in the comments and encourage the girls, okay? Listen, you guys, y'all, as you guys know, over the last couple of years, I have struggled with my confidence. There's been times where I had high confidence and were times that my confidence needed to be rebuilt. And I needed a coach. Girl, I didn't have no money to be paying no thousands of dollars to get me no confidence coach. That's why I'm your confidence bestie, right? I created a 21-day blueprint, okay? It's 21 days of ChatGPT prompts. And it's very easy, very clean, no fluff. It's on a Google Doc, okay? I created it. I uploaded it to my Patreon. I'm going to link it down below so that way you guys can get it. It's going to be available for a very short time. Within the next 7 days, I'm going to be going up. No, you know what? I think tonight. Tonight, I was going to say within the 6, 7 days, but I'm just going to tell you guys, I'll be specific. Tonight at midnight, I'm going to be raising the price. So before I raise the price, you guys get your blueprint because it's definitely going to give you those questions that you're going to be able to ask and get responses so that way you can help yourself to get out of your funk. You don't have to fake it till you make it. You don't have to feel like, okay, my confidence is gone and I don't know how to rebuild it. If you stuck and you want to get unstuck, don't just be on Chat GPT asking them, what do I need to do with this man if he don't like me? What does that mean? No, girl, help me help you get your life together and use this blueprint because it's definitely something that I feel like is going to work for you. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure that you guys engage with me. If you like these daily get ready with me, do my skincare with me type of conversation videos, let me know. I want you guys to make sure that you like, comment, and watch another video. Thank you for watching this one from beginning to the end, but watch another video. Listen, beauty is a state of mind, not body. My mind is stuck on gorgeous. What are you thinking? I want to know. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Wait, am I not moisturized? Come on, moisture.